Trust the profits. It's a formula here. I'm still a bloody mess, but let's do a full field rundown of the Florida Derby. We would love to talk about more horses here because we got two big races coming up this weekend, and this is one of them. Let's take a moment, pause in that graphic, see if we can find anything completely wrong with it. Yeah, there's at least 20 things wrong with this. AI generated, but we're rolling with it as we are rolling through Florida Derby's past. That's right. Looking through this. Got ourselves Fierceness running here last year. Who else do we have in this race last year? Yeah, Fierceness, Catalytic, Grandmo the first. Year before that, Forte and Mage. Mage came in second place that year, ended up winning the Derby after that. Never know. You might get a horse coming out of second or third place here who makes a dent in the Derby. I highlighted the race finishes that were sub 150. We even got a sub 148 in there. Dropped by Always Dreamin'. Way to go. But yeah, you hit a sub 150. That's a pretty good indicator. A sub 149, that's an even better indicator. Nyquist, a 149.11, got real close to a sub 149, got first in the Derby, as you all know. 149 for Audible, third place there. Max Security won the Derby, was DQ'd, had a 148.86 here. So yeah, you never know what's going to happen. Fierceness, a 148.22 last year. My piece on Fierceness is this. I look at that number and I think, yeah, that's my horse. On his best day, he will beat anyone in his class. But the problem is there's other things going on there. There's other variables that come into play for Fierceness. And yeah, those variables came to beat me last year when I picked him number one. So live and learn. Let's take a look at, hey, this should be updated. I'm going to update this for you on the fly here. I did update this, but it looks like it didn't take. We are running this on March 29th. It is a G1, not a G2, and it is worth
$1 million.
On the nose. Yeah, we didn't get an edit that was supposed to go through here, but we're just going to keep rolling with it. We got 10 horses enter in. It is 9 furlongs on dirt at Gulfstream Park. That's good enough. Let's roll with Neo Equis. 2 wins for Neo Equis. Third at the Fountain of Youth, setting the pace, but yielding to a charging River Thames and Sovereignty, losing by 2 3/4 lengths in that one. Before that, going gate to wire at Gulfstream Park, beating Latch the Hatch by 3.5 lengths. There, second in the Florida Sire Affirm Stakes, stalking and challenging, but losing to Rated by Merit. Unfortunately, we can't see Rated by Merit. He's off the Derby Trail. Yeah, that note has yet to go longer than 7 furlongs. We scratched that one out because as of the Fountain of Youth, he has. So I'm kind of digging Neo Equis here, especially at the price. Cool Intentions, 2 wins in 4 races. Last time we saw him, though, was the Mucho Macho Man. So it's been a while for Cool Intentions. And he got 5th place there, stalking the pace early, fading back, losing by 8 lengths to Guns Loaded in that one. Smokin' Boy. This is our Camarero horse, the wild card. Yeah, 6th place in the 9 furlong, 96K allowance optional claimer at GP. Looking outmatched early. Made an effort to improve down the stretch, but ended up losing by 13 lengths to Grande in that one. 8th place at the Sam F. Davis. Never showed up as a threat. Looked like, when he was at Camarero, looked like he was outclassing the joint. Now, comes back here to Florida, runs at Tampa Bay, runs at GP. Now he looks like he's underclassed. So give him another shot here. Curious to see. I mean, this is the wild card here. It would be a great story if Smokin' Boy put a dent in something. I'm just betting against it. Disruptor, 2 races, 1 win, 1 third place. Todd Pletcher, Irad Ortiz, gun runner. Broke his maiden second time out. Gulfstream Park going 7 furlongs, stalking the pace. Taking over at the half-mile mark and winning by 9 1/4 lengths over Shangri-La Road, running at 122.94, 7 furlong. Yikes. Pretty solid. Disruptor. Indecisiveness. 1 win in 4 attempts. Last time out was 3rd in a 9 furlong allowance optional claimer in that race against Grande. Stuck in the pace, but falling back to the back by the stretch to a 5 3/4 lengths loss. Jimmy's Dailies. 1 win, 1 second, 1 third in 4. Second place last time out in a 9 furlong allowance optional claimer at Gulfstream Park. A lot of people losing to Grande and allowance optional claimers, it seems. Lost to him in that race by 2.5 lengths. Brian Lynch trained. Entered a Dragon. 2 wins in 9 races. This is a horse coming off turf. Ran dirt, I believe, just the one time. Last couple turf races, stakes races. Colonel Liam Stakes, second place there, starting 8 lengths off the pace, and then closing to a 4 3/4 lengths loss to Meat Bago. Fourth at the Kitten's Joy Stakes. Yeah, the cheek, it's bothering me. 4 lengths behind early, but closing for a 2.5 length loss to Charlie's to Blame. Jose D'Angelo, Dylan Davis entered a Dragon, and that's a pretty cool picture. Matticat Road. Yeah, 1 win for Matticat Road. Second at the Rebel, setting a hot pace early, 45-second 4 and a 1:10.6. And then fading to lose to Cold Battle in that one. Third at the 1 mile, Robert Lewis. 5 horses in that race, starting out in fourth, but losing to Citizen Bull by 6 lengths. Bob Boffert has Tyler Gaffalione in the mount here. I'll tell you what, Matticat Road, I was tossing him out at the Rebel, but he impressed me there. Setting the pace, holding on to it. I know he lost to Cold Battle in that one, but he wasn't that far off either by the end, even after that hot pace. So Matticat Road impressing me even more than I expected. Tappan Street. 1 win, 1 second place, got second at the Holy Bull, trying to get closer to the pace after first turn, taking over down the stretch, but then losing to Burnham Square by 1 3/4 lengths in that one. Won the first time out in his maiden special, going 6 furlongs there, beating Bob Moe by 1 3/4 lengths. Louis Saez, Brad Cox. Yeah, Tappan Street. Only the second time out for Tappan Street. Easy to forget about him with some of the bigger names in this race. But coming from Brad Cox, doing what he did at the Holy Bull in his first stakes race, you could probably see some improvement coming from Tappan Street. And yeah, Sovereignty. Got to talk about Sovereignty. This is the top horse for a lot of people to trust the Profits right now. Not me, but a lot of people trust the Profits. Have him as the number 1 horse. You watch the Fountain of Youth, you can kind of see why. Starting 5 lengths off the pace. But moving up at the entrance of the stretch, then closing for a win over River Thames by a neck. Broke his maiden at the G3 Street Sense, starting 6 lengths off the pace in that one. Challenging for first at the top of the stretch and beating Tistastic and Salmon by 5 lengths. Hadn't seen him run since October, and then saw him at the Fountain of Youth, and hey, looking pretty darn good, right? Sovereignty. We're already at the end. This went by so quick. My gosh. Sovereignty and Neo Equis. That's what I'm going with here. So Sovereignty as my safe. Yeah, based on what you see at the Fountain of Youth, his stride, everything looks right about Sovereignty. The pace should set up for him to take over later on. You get horses like Matticat Road in there who want to set a pace. If we see that happen again, like we saw with Coal Battle, I think Sovereignty is going to get his way. Neo Equis, I like this horse. Third place last time out, getting a good price on him. And Safi always does well at GP. I mean, let's not ignore the fact that this is a Safi trained horse here that he is dropping into this. Filling out the box after that, Matticat Road and Tappan Street. Yeah, I wanted to put Disruptor in. Wanted to put Disruptor in, the Pletcher horse. Had a toss-up between him and Tappan Street. But in the end, I went for experience. Disruptor coming in a little bit green. Sometimes that's good enough. Sometimes coming in a little bit green, like Bradford's doing with Cornucopian over at the Arkansas Derby. Sometimes that doesn't hurt a horse. But here, I think there's enough high end to maybe push him out of the top 3. So that's why I've got Sovereignty, Matticat, Tappan, Neo Equis. So that's what I got. I know there's some Disruptor fans out there like, what are you doing? But this is the way I'm playing it. I am the formula. Hope you guys enjoyed and have a good one.